Warning, if anything with eyes freaks you out, just don't watch this video. Please. I don't want to scare you. Let me go sit Selena Resnick, and yes, I know you can't hear right now. Maybe when the voice starts, I am listening to Laurie Berkner, and I love it. Anyway, what the heck? So thanks to everybody who's commented on this or liked it or even just saw the video. For the Queen and the Soldier cover that I did. That was really cool. I loved producing that. I did it the same way I did Evanescence Bring Me to Life, Rewrite for Laurie Berkner, that one. So thanks to everybody who's watched all these videos, but that one, it seems like a lot of people love that song, and cool, I love it too. So, here's a story a lot of people that don't know me, is that I have a fake eye. Now, I wasn't getting picked on. It was mainly, people would ask, my eye is discolored. My left eye, the one that I can't see out of, is discolored because because it doesn't work. There's like no blood flow and all that from the retina being detached. All that science stuff, I just barely get it, but I mean, that's one of the things. It's like people would ask me, I'm standing there trying to explain something that I barely understood at the time, so it was like, okay, a lot of kids in school would ask me. And, like I said, I don't mind any questions about my eyesight, even you guys, I don't mind. I could even do a whole video answering questions about my own eyes. I don't care, I don't mind. Go ahead, go crazy. Cause I'm already there, I'm crazy. Anyway, so the thing was though, I didn't mind they were asking about the eye, but I felt like I was trying to explain something that I couldn't understand, and that they couldn't understand, so I don't know, maybe I just felt bad for them, I don't know, but because I was trying to explain something, they're like, alright, we don't get it, kid. But anyway, ooh, a good Evanescence song just came on. Hashtag ADD moments. Anyway, back to whatever the heck I was saying. So, I went and one of my mom's good friends actually showed us this. It's, or told us about this. It's called a scleral shell. Weird, it sounds like squirrel, but it's not squirrel. Scleral shell. And it basically is like it's gonna sound weird. You take a suction cup thing and you somehow just pop this thing into your eye. It's like a contact. It doesn't help with my vision, but it does, it makes it look like this eye, which is the eye that I could kind of see out of, but not good enough. But I like not being able to see. Just because some things scare me, it's a good thing that I can't freaking see. Anyway, so they made it look like this eye. So this eye is like a hazel color. The right eye, if you can't tell which one I'm pointing to, it's the right eye. The left eye is the one that I just can't see out of, except for maybe some light. And if it's really close, like a little bit of motion, which looks like a shadow from like a scary movie. So anyway, so what happened was my mom's friend showed her this thing, I told her about this scleral shell, and it's, I had to go to a lot of doctor's appointments. Like every Wednesday I would have to miss school or leave early because of an appointment. And even my teacher's like, alright, how many more times you gotta do this? I'm like, I don't know, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to miss class, really. So, anyway, back to the fake eye. So, what happened was this guy, he was really cool actually, the doctor that put this thing in. And he liked a lot of the random jokes I would make. But it was interesting. What they did was they gave me they called it a conformer. And my God, I love this song. I'm sorry, I keep like getting distracted, but I need some sort of sound in the room or else I get scared. Yeah, silence freaks me out. So what happened was they call it a conformer. Basically, it's like a version of the shell, but without the color. So a couple days later, I used to play t-ball. So a couple days later, I was going to a t-ball game. As we're driving, I went to get something out of my eye. The conformer pops out. And you couldn't tell because it was clear, so it looked just like, it looked like it was there. So I said to my mom, "Oh my God, this thing just popped out." She's like, No, it didn't. She goes, "Oh yeah, it did." So my dad had to pull over, and my mom had to get this thing off the floor. So we pull over, she does that, and then all of a sudden we get back home. She couldn't figure out how to put this thing in. It was just like you had to put the shell in, but just for a different thing. She had to YouTube it. She had to come on YouTube and look at the thing. So then what happened was we get it in, and after a few more weeks, they put the fake eye in. Now, when they put this thing in, oh my God, my eye was killing me. I remember my mom, they told me, "Open your eyes." They open it, my eye's watering, and my mom's like, "Oh my God, it looks so beautiful," and I'm like, "It's killing me." I was so freaked out because it was so weird. So then, what happened was I ended up sending a video to my mom's friend, just thanking her for that, and still thank you for that. My next class picture or school picture was good that year. I didn't have one white eye or whitish blue eye and one hazel eye, but it did water like that every once in a while. Like my friend and I would be standing there talking, and she'd look at me and she'd be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Because she looked like you're crying. Well, in a way, yeah, but I was crying out of one eye. Because this one, it would like start burning every once in a while. But here's the best part to this entire story, alright? Because everybody loves this freaking story for whatever reason. I mean, I guess I could laugh about it now too, but you'll get it. So sit back, have a cookie, or whatever the heck you feel like eating, and listen to Sean Colvin with me, because that's what just came on, and enjoy this freaking weird story. So, picture this, I'm in school, and this almost happened the night before, but it didn't. I blinked. I'm in school, and we're learning, I still remember, we're learning about cause and effect, and sitting there, and all of a sudden, I feel like there's something in my eye. So I go to like do one of those where you like go under the glasses and you're like trying to get whatever the heck is in your eye out of your eye. So I do that whole thing, and as I'm doing that, I must have did something wrong, because this is like a month after the shell was put in. So doing this, and it just popped out of my eye. And now I'm like shocked, because I didn't even know that would be a thing, like a month after I got it, come on. So then I couldn't get the teacher. It wasn't even the real teacher, it was a substitute, and thankfully she knew me pretty well. But it was a substitute. My real teacher was actually gonna have a baby pretty soon, and I wonder how they're all doing. My real teacher was out. So what happened was the substitute, I couldn't get her attention. So I get the next best thing. I look at the girl next to me, and I was like, "Hey, can you get her attention for me?" Because I knew that, I didn't want to just yell out and be like, hey, my eye, my eye popped out. So, so then, so I said, hey, can you get her attention and tell her this contact thing, it just popped out of my eye. I don't know what to do. I know what to do, but I just needed somebody just to know, hey, it came out of my eye. And then she gets teacher's attention, and I said, this thing popped out of my eye. It's like a contact. Now the whole class was kind of like, wait, whoa, what? So they took it as my eyeball popped out. Yep. Apparently, they all thought that this was my real eye. Now I can see why. But if my eyeball popped out, I would pass out, whether it be from fear or lack of eyeball. If that's even a thing, I don't know. But either way, I don't. The only good thing about that is that I have friends there that explain it in a way. But so what happened was with the substitute, she looks at me, she says, all right, so what do we have to do? I said, okay, we called it the vision room, because that was where I did work with the vision teachers and aides and stuff like that. So my aide at the time, she was in the room. I knew she was in there, because she would braille stuff for me in there, and she would, whatever she had to do. So what was happening was the teacher calls, and to let them know that I was going down there. I had a friend actually that took me down there, and now here I was walking, holding a fake eye. This had look so weird. So my friend's walking me down there, and I didn't know what went on in the classroom after I left. All I knew was I was seeing the brightest light in the universe out of this one eye when that came out, and it still happens. I guess because the fake eye blocks the light that I have, the light perception, so all I have is, sometimes I see light out of the side, sometimes I don't. It depends on, I guess, the shell. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, it had never been out before, so I realized, okay, maybe that's what it is. So I didn't really care at that point about the light. I just wanted to get this thing back in my eye. So then we get to the vision room, and I said, my shell popped out. My aide jumped up. She goes, oh my God, okay. And she tells my friend she could go back to class. My friend goes back to class. We call my mom. My mom was at the gym, so she didn't, she gets a call from my aide. She thought I was sick, but no, I was just lacking a fake eye. But anyway, she thought I was sick, so she's freaking out the minute they call, or my aide calls. And all of a sudden, my aide says to her, hey, her shell popped out. So my mom's like, oh my God, I don't know how to, we never put it back in before. So she asked her, do you want me to come, does she want me to come and put it back in, or does she want to wait? Now, I didn't have a place to put this thing. It just popped out of my eye. I'm not gonna wait for you to put... That's what I said to her. I said, I'm not waiting. I don't want to lose this thing. Because I'm not gonna lose a fake eye. No. Could you imagine that, though? My fake eye, I lost it on the stairs. Happy Halloween. Wasn't even Halloween, by the way. It was like May, I think it was. This was in May that this happened. So anyway, so I said to her, tell her she can put it back in. I don't want to lose the fake eye. So, she comes, and surprisingly, we got it in surprisingly quick. But what I didn't know, now yes, of course, because we went to the nurse's office for this. So there were 2 nurses, me, my mom, my aide, and another student. I could only imagine what this poor kid told their parents when they got home. Mom, I gotta change schools. This kid had to put her freaking eye in. So, so anyway, so we got a fake eye. We're putting that in with a suction cup. And then, as we're leaving, we got it in pretty quick. I was surprised. So, as we're leaving the nurse's office, it's been a weird day already for me. Alright, so as we're leaving the nurse, my mother says goodbye to me. And then she says, "Hey, we could call you Popeye now, right?" What? I kid you not, I just looked at her because she was like, "Hey, I guess we could call you Popeye now, right?" And I looked at her and she was like, "Too soon?" And I went, "Yeah, I think so. I think it is. I think it's a little too soon for that." So yeah, needless to say, she never called me Popeye after that. Never. I wouldn't allow it. So anyway, so then I talked to my friend after school that day. And she says to me, "I just want you to know," and you know, a lot of kids, they thought your eyeball popped out. And I was like, what? Like I said, I would have to have been in like a bad accident. I'm not just gonna go to get something out of my eyeball. No, that's not how science works. That's not how an eye is supposed to be. So anyway, and I forgot to mention too, when I was walking into the classroom, they must have been like, and no offense, like I understand why you'd be talking about this. Seriously, it's kind of crazy to have a classmate just have a fake eye pop out and you having no knowledge of what this thing even is. I get it. Seriously, I get it. So, anyway, so I could hear the teacher saying something like, you know, than everybody else. So basically, I'm guessing they're saying like, I don't know what they were saying. I don't know. But either way, I just thought it was kind of interesting, like, because after she said that, I walked in and the teacher's like, "Okay, and the next problem is," and she just kept writing on the board. Like, I know you're talking, it's alright, I'll explain the rest of the story to you. So if anybody was in that class, there you go, there's the whole story. So I just thought that was interesting. Oh, and another thing I saw, well, I didn't see it, I heard it. But another thing I heard, and it was on a Weird Laws app. I always like Joe Santagato when he does the Weird Laws. I found an app that actually gives you Weird Laws, and his Weird Laws are one of his Weird Laws is in the app, and it actually says this: in Texas, it is illegal to sell your own eye. Why would I want to sell my eye? That wouldn't, and if someone wanted to sell their eye to me, it's not going to work. That's just not going to happen. It can't, because of the way this is. There's no really good cure for my eyesight, which I'm fine with. I don't want to change anything. I'd be afraid to. But anyway, so there's really nothing, you know, you can't just sell an eye to me and say, "Here, give me $1 million and you can see. Boom, here's my eye." That's not how it works. But I don't want to sell my eye. I can't see why I would sell my eye. But, wait a minute. Does the fake eye count? If I want to give someone my fake eye to make $1,000, or maybe even 10,000, I could do it. They could be like, "Oh my God, she's Selena Resnick, she's gonna sell her fake eye. Cool. I would never do that in a million years." But think about it, really. Just think about this. If I were gonna sell the fake eye, I mean, it's not my own eye, it's fake. So, technically, this eye is a liar. I could sell this thing. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, or if it makes sense. So I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Adios, mi amigos. Keep your eyes in your head, and yeah, you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you. I'll see you when I see you. I'll put my fake guy right on the screen, and I'll see every one of you. No, I'm just kidding. I can't see with this. Who cares? Alright, adios, amigos. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigos. Bye.